So I went ahead and got myself a fast bike. I got myself an aero bike, the Tarmac SL8. First impressions of the bike. This bike does generally everything well. It climbs well, it's fast on the straights and the flats, and is pointy downhill, so it just does everything well. So my build, I bought a Pro Complete, promptly stripped everything off of it and built it all up. I got myself the new Red E1 axis. I've always been a big SRAM fan, but this stuff, yeah, it's good. It feels really good. Shifters feel like those old pre-hydraulic shifters almost, except maybe a little bit more ergonomic. They flare out a little bit more. It's a little bit different feel, but no longer do you have that big chunky hydraulic reservoir in there, and it feels really good in the hands. On my build, I also did the one-piece Roval aero bar, and I like the shallow drop. I went narrower with 38, which I also very much like, but I don't love the tops. No aero bar really feels that great. These ones are no exception. They're better than others, but not great. And overall, it's not that much heavier than an Athos, which is very light. But especially in this configuration, I bought the Pro unpainted, my red axis with light wheels. I've got the one-piece bar. All of that adds up, and I think the way I've got it built, it's lighter than the S-Works Stur-Ace versions. So 6.94 kilos is 15.3 pounds, and that's with cages and pedals, and without my S-Works saddle, and with this deeper Rapide CLX wheel set, and that's also with a 1036 cassette, and not even the red one. We got loads of room to get this thing under 15 pounds. Easy. Non-S-Works frame set. So it does feel quite fast, and it actually is quite comfortable. It's a nice bike to ride just in general. I've done long, huge days on very, very stiff bikes, and this is not one of those. So it is the most comfortable, definitely the most comfortable aero bike, probably the most comfortable tarmac. Does that mean it's the most comfortable bike? No. But it's pretty dang good.
Pretty dang exciting, huh?
For big days, climbing days, rough roads. I've ridden this on quite a bit of gravel. I've done a little bit of everything on this. They say it's about as quick as it gets, aerodynamically wise. It's light. One of my lightest bikes I've ever owned. It's probably one of the lightest aero bikes out there. It handles well. Is it my favorite bike to go downhill on ever? No, but it does it well. Is it the most comfortable bike out there? No, but it is comfortable. It's pretty good for all the speed and raciness that you get from it. My last ride 2 days ago was a 6.5-hour day, and it was not the bike that held me back in any way. It feels compliant, the handling is sharp and feels direct, descends well. It's one of those bikes that just does everything very well. Very well. Feels fast, which is what a lot of people want in a bike.
Who'd have thought?
Don't tell anyone, but currently I'm running Alpinist CLX wheels, set up tubeless with 32 mil wide tires, just as daily driver wheels for convenience. And actually, I don't hate the way that it looks. Am I crazy in thinking that? Is this just because I like the way that it feels and the convenience of not having crosswinds riding in a windy area? Am I crazy to think that? What do we think? Does it look bad? Now, when I put up the modeling pics and on race day, I won't use this wheel setup, although I don't think it's slow, but I'll go with the deeper setup. But I don't hate it. Moral of the story here, this bike, like I've already said, does everything very well. It's enjoyable to ride. It's fast. It feels fast. It's light. It climbs well. It descends well. It does everything well. So if you want a bike
that is pointy and is going to be fast. I mean, this checks all the boxes. This does that. However, with that said, bike riding doesn't have to always be about the seconds saved with aerodynamics. If you are not racing and you don't necessarily need every last second, but you want an excellent bike that's going to feel good and going to be fun, check out my next video because I am going to be sharing my thoughts about the differences between this and another bike that I really like, the Athos, and where it makes sense to have one over the other, and my internal debate about which one I should choose. And that is the Tarmac SL8, a fantastic bike if you're looking for an all-around super fast bike.